The Knicks reached out to Don Staley for their vacant head coaching position. They've been reaching out to everybody. We know when they first fired Thibs, they were out here trying to interview any coach that they could get. It was guys who were already in full head coaching positions like Jason Kidd, and I think Ime Udoka. There was a few other guys they were trying to coach, and some of these teams denied them for even talking to their guy. And now it sounds like that they reached out to Don Staley for their position. Now I haven't heard any other reports about her like coming in for interview or whatever the case may be, but they did at least reach out. And listen, I heard JB's opening, and again, some of it I agree with to an extent, some of it I don't. Let me start here.
Let me ask you a question before you start. Let me just ask you a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead first. Go ahead.
Would you want a woman to coach you in professional sports? Yes or no? Just real simple.
If she's qualified, I wouldn't mind.
You got to stop.
And to that point, this is a 3-time Olympic gold medalist.
You got to stop this, man.
This is a 3-time Olympic gold medalist.
It don't matter. It don't matter what
NCAA all-time steals leader. She led
the
3 consecutive Final Fours as a player. 2-time National Player of the Year.
And what's more?
A Hall of Famer as a player. I just heard as a player.
What's her gender?
Now we fast forward her to what she's doing as a coach.
What's her gender,
I want to say,
why are you dismissing her gender?
NCAA titles as a coach.
Why are you dismissing her
record
gender?
With South Carolina as 475 and 110. Before that, she was with Temple and went 172 and 80. We've already discussed on the show before that you believe it's different with basketball compared to football because the ladies can actually play basketball. You've also said that when you were working for the Big Three, that you saw what Nancy Lieberman did, and you respect what Nancy Lieberman does as a coach there. And you also mentioned about Lisa Leslie specifically, how she commanded the room of men, and how you saw with your bare eyes, and how you respected that. Another Hall of Famer, 3 or 5, it don't matter. There's still men who played in the NBA. They're grown men who played in the NBA, and you were a fan of that. So now you're both sides. On one end, you like Lisa Leslie when she's coaching because you respect Lisa Leslie, right? And she's from LA, and you work for the Big Three, so you're biased. But then we go over the back of your head, we go over here to Don Staley, another Hall of Famer who has a proven track record of being a great coach and a winner. You don't like her because you don't like who she is as a person. See, I'm gonna call y'all on your bluff every fucking time. I'm not the upside down Coke bottle. I'm not any of your other previous hosts. I'm not gonna come on here scared, backing down from no smoke, homie. Be consistent, because I listen and I hear everything you fucking say. You like Lisa Leslie, but you don't like Don Staley. Make it make sense, homie. I rest my case.
All right, good. So you can't keep bringing that same thing up every time we talk about this. I've already addressed that issue. I've already addressed why. I've talked about this many times. I don't know why you keep bringing up Lisa Leslie and the Big Three with retired players. These are fucking 45-year-old players, homie. Of course they're going to take coaching. They're 45-year-old fucking – look who they are. So stop comparing Lisa Leslie coaching Big Three to an NBA real team, homie. Number one, we've already had this discussion. Number two, you can't answer a simple question. Do you want to be coached by a woman? And you couldn't answer. You said if she's qualified. And then you gave her accolades in her resume. Great resume. What gender does she coach? Female, women, right? So I know you mad about getting cooked, so you won't answer. I'll answer for you. So she coaches women. So I don't understand why you don't understand how gender works. And I don't get how you don't get that no man in their right mind want to be coaching a professional sport by a woman. I don't get it. And no offense to Big Three. Let's not classify them as a professional sport. They're not a big professional sport.
Wow.
So,
shout out to Michael Cooper. Wow.
You know what I'm saying, Smitty? They're not in the conference. They're not in a big time organized sport. Stop. They're a leisure activity played by retired players.
Continue. You're fine. Continue.
So I'm trying to figure out, with all that on her resume, what qualifies her to coach men who play above the rim, who are 20 times more athletic than a female in her own sport. And I want to know how she's going to go in and coach above the rim basketball. I'm just curious. I just don't understand why that's such a hard concept to grasp. I really don't. And then here's the thing about it, Smitty, and I'll get to you in a second with your hand raised. You don't understand, and you do the same take. You have the same take for football, though. That's crazy.
You're struggling right now, JB. Get to your point, homie. Yeah, you
No,
get to your
it
point. You're
is a
struggling
point.
right now.
That's not. I'm just elaborating.
You ain't said shit yet. You said a lot of nothing right now.
No, it's saying a lot. It's actually elaborating on what you defend. You had the same exact take for a female coach in football, female player in football, as you do with Don Staley, who wanted boys to play girls. So I'm trying to figure out what the real deal is with you and why you defend women in boys' spaces. Can you please elaborate on that now?
So you mentioned multiple times that you question how is Don Staley going to coach men who play above the rim. So just for my own clarity and for the chat's clarity, are you saying that because men can dunk, that now changes the way that she can coach?
Definitely.
Okay, so just for clarity, you're saying her schemes now have to be completely shifted and changed on basketball in terms of her drawing up plays and drawing up situations for her team and her understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each player because they can dunk.
Yeah, because I can
basketball is still basketball, homie.
Nah, because I can pick and roll and throw a lob right off of you. That's a design play.
And she can't understand that?
No, I didn't say she can't understand it. I'm saying you asked me a question, homie. You just said, is it going to be different? Yeah, 1,000% different.
But you brought that up as like one of your major points, as if like that's amazing. Like
it is, homie.
It is a major point. Like, that's a major point.
It's 20 times athletically different. 20 times.
Like, damn, they can dunk. I don't know what to do now.
It had nothing to do with dunking, homie. It's no perimeter. Hold on. So you're telling me that the perimeter defense of a SGA is the same as her player at South Carolina?
No, but
her shot making ability to shoot over the top of the defense with a guy jumping a 40-inch vert is the same?
No, it's not the same. I never said the players were the exact same.
Rim,
but you're a coach.
That's above the rim, homie.
If you're a coach, Jason, that's like saying that you can't coach in the SEC.
Shit.
That's like saying you couldn't coach an SEC team because your guys at JUCO overall wasn't correlated to the same level, or you can't coach in the MAC because our overall level play was down into what you believe. No, you as a coach, you go in, you evaluate your talent, and you coach a scheme based upon what they're capable of doing.
I want to know, Smitty. I want to know. I need to know, like, why. Here's what I think of that you think. This is how I think you are. You hear woman in any space, you think they're inclusive to all things, and then you're such a good person and optimistic thinker that you automatically want all people in all things. You want dogs to get along with cats, and you want iguanas to get along with gators, and you want fucking great whites to get along with surfers. And I get it. I'm with it. It's cool. But at the end of the day, Smitty, you dismiss the fact that this broad cannot walk into that grown man locker room with nuts swinging and get through to them. I don't understand why you I don't understand why you dismiss that fact, homie. Like, seriously, like you act like a female coach takes over for your head coach at Ball State, walks in the locker room and all right, guys. Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna do this
right now. Stop.
It don't matter.
Stay on
it's
track.
the same thing.
Stay on track.
Smitty, we are on track. You've defended women in football the same exact way. So come on, homie.
We're not talking about basketball right now.
It don't matter. I'm talking about your overall take with women in men's spaces, homie.
I'm talking about overall take.
Let's stop. Let's stop the rhetoric that you think women belong in men's spaces. You come on this show defending women all the time. When do you defend men?
Always defend us.
No, you don't.
Well, we don't need defending in a lot of situations. But
we do.
I do in cases like when we talk about like essay cases, and we ain't trying to get that deep. But like I'm like, hey y'all. Unfortunately, a lot of women lie about us. I'm defending both sides.
Men are a vulnerable species right now, homie. I don't realize. I don't think you know.
We still running the world.
We are a very vulnerable species right now.
We got a white man as president again. It's all back to normal.
Smitty, we're being fucking emasculated.
I'm not. Still got my balls.
You are. You don't know it.
I'm still here pumping iron.
Our boys are seeing this. They have low T.
My T's high.
Fact. Low T for boys. Boys are cutting their shit off. They want to play in girl sports. We want girls to allow them to play in girl sports. We got girls thinking boys belong in girl sports. We are being
negative 0.0003% of humans are cutting their balls off. That's a small, minute amount. I don't like it, but it's not like an epidemic. It ain't like all the boys is doing this shit.
So you're not macro enough to think.
I'm micro as hell on this.
10 years from now, you'll be like, damn, he was right. when we're playing co-ed football, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, homie, JB was right. We're playing."
That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
The NFL. Oh, don't say never, homie. We also said 2 years ago it'll never be a flag football game in the NFL, and guess what? That same year, Pro Bowl turned flag. So don't say
we
fact.
said stop.
I'm saying fact, homie.
Keep it real. I said football. The actual football itself will never turn the flag. No, it won't.
And I said, me macro. When do you start to implement something? Little by little, right? You implement little by little. You implement shit. The flag football thing was implemented already. And guess what? That's the first step. Then they do what? Take away kickoff. Then they dial a friend to onside. Then what? They change that again. Homie, it's happening in front of your very eyes. I don't understand. It's already flag football with pads on. Look at that fucking quarterback, homie. He can't even be hit.
Let's do a futures bet right now that pays off in the next 20 years. I give you 20 years. I guarantee you that the game of football will not turn the flag. I guarantee you.
You said 20
whatever you want to bet.
What about co-ed?
It can't.
Why not?
Because women can't play in the NFL.
But they're playing D1.
I told you, growing up, I had a girl named Lati, Samoan, big woman, who played football with us to an extent because women develop faster than men. We all know that to a certain degree. She played all the way up to like 7th grade. I think did she play 8th grade? Maybe 8th. You got to high school, I'm done. Because she couldn't play with us. Men and women are different. It's common sense.
Oh, really?
Strength, level, size, physicality. Got to a point where she was like, even she was like, hey, I can't do this no more. That happened.
So you just
so
said
they can't play in the NFL. So you keep saying it's gonna happen. It's literally not gonna happen because they can't. It's impossible.
It's impossible. So, but Don Staley can coach Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, she's coaching. She's not hooping. I didn't say Don Staley can go out there and guard him. I didn't say she can guard Brunson. I said she can coach him and tell him, hey, motherfucker, let's go down here, set a pick on his down, do a down screen, swing over the ball. Like, she can read the fucking game. She knows the game. She knows the game.
It blows
I don't
my
understand
mind.
what you're saying.
It blows my mind. I know. That's the sad part.
That's
homie.
the sad part, homie. I think the players will respect her even more because she is a woman. Need more respect.
So Jalen Brunson's pops is going to be in that locker room coaching the same way when he finds out if Broad took over the New York fucking Knicks.
Stop saying Broad. I don't like that either for some reason. I don't know.
Stop it, homie.
I don't like calling him Broad. That sounds weird. I don't like that.
Stop it, Smitty. Seriously. Well, they're in New York. New York's the term broad is the number one used word in New York.
Is that disrespectful though?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna ask the chat. Broad just sound like
broad is a New York term.
Come here, broad. Like that sound kind of like
you don't say come here, broad.
A little broad over there, like that sound kind of like
you don't say that. You don't say that. You refer him to as a third party person, like when you're discussing them, like
how you say it? How you do it again?
Like, man, this broad homie can't coach these motherfuckers. That's how you say it.
You notice when you use broad, it's only in a negative scenario though. You never be like, oh, that's a bad broad. Like you never say it in a positive situation.
All the time. I said on the boat the other day. All the time.
Do it right now, but do it positive real quick, just so I can hear it.
Like the broad that was on the bar stool at the bar.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
That broad got ass. Hey, Ruben, that broad got ass.
Okay.
Like, how's that not negative?
Jennifer said it's not disrespectful. I've been corrected. I stand correct. Jennifer Flynn, Anue Ingle said it's not disrespectful.
I gotta see Jennifer's like.
She put two fingers to her head. Like, I don't know if this means like she a 3-point shooter or she going through some mental shit and she's talking about.
It's 2 fingers though.
I know 2, but 2 typically means like. So Jennifer, I pray you okay. Whatever you're going through, stay strong.
Jennifer, you got Instagram or Twitter or anything? I just want to see you, like, check out your profile. Smitty.
No, I ain't say that. Jennifer, I think she got an Instagram. I think she gonna send it to. She gonna DM you real quick. She said so.
She said that. All that. She said all that.
Yeah, she's gonna follow you and DM you and message you and everything.
Bet.